pretty good tune, man. I like that. Hey, welcome back to another titillating episode of Three Chords and the Truth. We got a really cool show tonight, but we're the local music podcast that, we talk to bands all the time about, who they are, how they got to be where they are, what they're doing today. And it's just really cool. We've met so many cool people over, the last couple of years that we've been doing this. I'm your host, Pete Kramer. Over there that you can't see on camera is Christian Dreschel. He's making sure everything runs smoothly. Don't forget to join and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube pages. Yes, I'm reading. I have to because I've got CRS syndrome. Can't remember squat. Our YouTube page is where you can go back and find previous episodes. We had so many cool people on over the years. You can go back there. You can find Pat Terry. You can find Michael Lehman. There's just so many cool folks that we've had on this year alone. It's just been really cool that most of the people that we've had on, this is where we met them. I've never really met the people in person before, and it was really kind of a lot of fun. Unlike this evening, because these guys I've known for years, but our Facebook page is also where you can find Jim Cadrina. And if you don't know Jim Cadrina, he is just a huge personality in local Buffalo music. He goes to so many places all over town every weekend, and he compiles a list, kind of like what the old Gusto used to be when you got it in the newspaper, where you could look up your favorite band and find out where they were playing, when they were playing, and that was kind of cool. I also take Jim's page and put that on my Three Chords and the Truth Facebook page, so make sure you join that. Join the YouTube page. Can't forget to mention my friends Lynn, Bev, Peggy with Special Spaces. They do such cool things for little kids with cancer. It's just amazing what they do. And they only run on donations. So, if you feel so inclined, they do some really cool stuff. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my band, the Eastwood Project. If you go to eastwoodprojectmusic.com, you can hear all of our original songs that we've got up there. We just did another one the other day that really came out well. And without further ado, because I know this is going to be just a lot of fun, because I know the personalities involved, because I've known these guys for years and years and years, and there's never a dull moment with these cats. I want to bring in Gary, Colin, and Alex, the Dakota Brothers, and I'll tell you what, these guys started out in a band that was called the Noblemen, and they were a really good band, but when they split, what happened is that they went into two different really cool bands. Obviously, the Dakota Brothers being one. The other one is Nashville North, who will be on, I think that's our second last show. Anyway, it's going to be in November. But anyway, gentlemen, how the hell are you?
Hey, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Peter, thanks for having us tonight.
We're live from England.
Thank you.
I talked to George Martin today, and he wants to know why violins were in yesterday.
Why what?
Why violins were in yesterday. Hey, quick, what you just mentioned a little while ago. Happy birthday, Jim.
Yes.
Jim, it's his birthday tonight. And,
Jim's
for
birthday.
Him, man. He publicizes the band quite a bit.
Yes, he
publicizes
does.
You, and
Yep.
he's basically the new Gusto of the
yes,
festival.
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Jim Gusto.
yeah.
And he's such a nice guy. I don't know how, Colin, you just mentioned it, man. I don't know how he pulls it off, because I'll be watching things where he'll post stuff on Facebook where he's in East Aurora. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, he's in Grand Island.
Yep.
It's like, how the hell does he do this? But the guy pulls it off, man.
It's the Buffalo Hyperloop, if you haven't heard of it yet.
No,
he's a really good guy, and he's really promoting Buffalo local music, and we all need that. You do it, we do it, a lot of people do it, and local music, man, it's the best. There's some great musicians out there, up here, down here. It doesn't matter, man. You're out there playing. Just have fun, man. Just have fun. That's what the Dakota Brothers are all about. Man.
Absolutely.
Just having fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And on that, Pete, before we get started, we just wanted to say, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the one guy that isn't here today. He's taking a little bit of a hiatus, Mike Eaton,
Yep.
Our lead guitar player for a little while. We got Peter K filling in for him, but Mike Eaton, a cornerstone of our band for lead guitar playing. So many years with Black Horse Band and then coming to the Dakota Brothers. So just wanted to give a little shout out to him.
Mike Eaton, he rocks.
So I should scratch that off my list of what I was going to say afterwards. Did you think I was going to forget Uncle Mike?
No.
That wasn't going to happen, man.
I'm glad you said it, Uncle Mike, because that's how he's known with everybody. Like, hey, where's Uncle Mike? You know,
Everybody calls him Uncle Mike.
He's Uncle Mike.
What's got to be really confusing is we got a guitar player filling in for us, Peter K. Not you. Everybody's like, oh, you got Pete Kramer's jamming with you guys? And,
Oh, he's a killer lead
oh
player.
my God.
He's so good.
I thought he only did acoustic. Now he's doing classic rock.
When you, Alex, I think it was you that posted it. Maybe it was Jill. I forget who posted it, but I was getting phone calls. Peter K, are you the Peter in the? I said, no, that ain't me, man. Trust me, it's not. I'm a strummer. I'm not a picker.
No, he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 30 some plus years. I've jammed with him in many bands, classic rock bands in the past, and put in a phone call. One thing led to another. He was willing to help us out, and he did a great job on his very first show at our last gig.
Oh, yeah.
And we're very, very excited to have him. He knows he's a fill-in, but we're having a blast. We're having a blast.
So let me get this straight. You will be doing White Punks on Dope.
He knows it, which is crazy. He knows it.
What key? What key?
What's the key?
Hey,
No,
we have to keep it somewhat safe for the families. It's going to be White Punks on Smarty Dust.
Yes.
Oh, my. There we go with the PC crap. All of a sudden.
There's a lot of 12-year-olds watching your podcast. So we got to keep it down, you know.
Well, actually, you know, that live video that I sent you of the tubes, I want to see Alex do exactly what Fee Waybill did on that on that video.
Well, I'll have to get back to you on that one, Mr. Kramer.
Did you see it?
Who's going to catch him, though?
Right? Gary saw it.
Not me.
Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you something about your band, because, you know, I see a lot of videos on Facebook and stuff from, you know, your various gigs and stuff like that. The videos are good, but it's whatever somebody got with their phone. To see you guys live, there's no comparison.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Well, no, because when we came to Stockman's over the summer, you know, that's the first time I wouldn't say the first time, but it was an open air thing. So, you know, you had nothing boxing you in like when I went to the Diamond Hawk to see it, you know, and holy crap, that was just so energizing. It was so, the sound was perfect.
Sort of the funny thing about this band is, believe it or not, it just started as a jam band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID.
It was just a jam band.
Yeah.
Alex, myself, and Mike actually worked in the same place, and we were asked to do some Christmas shows, and we would just jam. And then these guys can explain how the Dakota Brothers actually came about, but it just was a jam band. We said we got to get together. Let's just have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And after about 3 songs, we going, we could do this.
Right.
We could do this.
Well, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing.
For
Well,
sure.
the word organic comes to mind. You know, when you think about where we are right now, and at the time when we got together, I was taking a break from the Nobleman because we were giving birth to our beautiful daughter, Harley. And I was just looking to get together. Yeah, she's over here right now drinking her bottle.
Eating a pretzel.
Hello, Harley.
But
Hello, Jess.
we just wanted to get together, like, hey, you know, keep our fingers loose, you know, have a little bit of fun. And one thing led to another, like, hey, let's, you know, somehow or another, a gig came up.
Yeah.
A prospective gig. So let's do it, you know. And ever since then, it's been such a wonderful ride with these guys. They truly have been consummate professionals and brothers and everything, whether it's song selection or picking out gigs, just everything. It's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know, you're going from left to right on the screen. You got Alex right there, who's just speaking. You know, he's guitar, vocals, and sometimes drums, harmonica. Then you got Colin, who is also on drums and vocals, and also goes in and bothers the waitresses when I'm trying to get a drink because he's got a cordless microphone and they pay attention to him. And a Gary Poncho over on bass. And there again, let me ask you this now: the name Dakota Brothers, because I know, but tell everybody else where the Dakota Brothers name come from.
Gary,
It's up to you.
how did the name come about?
The name Nobleman?
Yeah,
No, Dakota Brothers.
Dakota Brothers. I was working at hospice, and nobody really knew my name. I had a name tag, and it said Gary on it. And people call me Jerry, Gary, Matt, Chet. So I talked to the receptionist at one of the places, and I said, I'm changing my name to Dakota. And she starts laughing, and she goes, Dakota what? I said, Dakota Jacobs. So when we got together with Alex and Colin and everything, we decided to call the band the Dakota Brothers. Yep.
And you guys are cool with that?
It was a long-running joke. Gary's always, I got to name a band called the Dakota Brothers, you know?
Yeah.
And we had an opportunity to play a private gig out in Orchard Park, so we got a couple good musicians together. Terry McGovern and Brian, as you know, Brian, he drums for your band. Yep. And we did this backyard gig, and it was one of those things like, hey, we pulled it off. And then the name just kind of floated in the cloud of, wherever it is. And as we were jamming that one time, just doing our thing, well, what do we call ourselves? And Gary goes, how about the Dakota Brothers? So, and then it stuck.
It works.
What happened, Pete, was that my son got us a gig at this private party. The guy was turning 70, the father, but he didn't like country. So,
right back.
So we ended up getting together and we did like 2 or 3 practices, and we came up with Southern rock, classic rock, and we call ourselves the Dakota Brothers.
Yeah.
And we played one or 2 gigs, and that was it. It was fun.
Well done.
Well, here's another question I got for you because I know with the Nobleman there was a lot of country music.
Yeah.
With the line dancing and things like that. But now with the Dakota Brothers instead of the Nobleman, what's changed in your set list?
We are more classic rock and southern rock. We keep the country cover theme in there. For instance, we got a show in a couple weeks out at the Gin Mill, and they pretty much prefer country. So we'll pop out about anywhere from 10 to 15 country tunes.
Yep.
That's in
But we are
Springville?
more of a classic southern rock. We're leaning more than a 90s rock. We're doing stuff like Foreigner and, you watch us on Facebook. Aerosmith, yeah. I got a little story for you, Pete, and you might
Go for it.
When I introduced the band, it's a story that I put together, and it seems to go over really well. I haven't done it in a while. I'm due to do it again. But anyways, I introduced the band, and I say, well, we're from Dakota, Dakota, South Carolina. Right?
Yeah.
No. Where's Dakota?
I'm here.
Oh, right there. So anyways, I go, oh, we got Dakota. The Jacobs here. He's the oldest. By the way, you ever been to a little biker rally out in Sturgis?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah. Well, we're from there. I go, we're actually really brothers. I go, Gary's the oldest. I'm the second oldest. Mike, which is not here tonight, is the third oldest. Alex, which is not here right now because he's taking care of his baby, is the youngest. And he's the baby. He gets away with everything. I want a new house. He gets a new house.
I want a pretzel.
I want a baby.
I want a pretzel.
I'm going to get a new Guitar Center. But the funny thing about us is we all got the same mom, but different dads. That goes over so well. I said, yeah, matter of fact, Mom's here tonight. Oh, where'd she go?
She's upstairs.
Gary's like, she just left with some dude, man. I'm like, well, that's Mom. That's a little story I kid around with just at the gigs and just to break the ice and kid around with Dakota and Dakota Brothers and, Sturgis and the motorcycle thing. And by the way, this is Jill. She's our flute player. She's the youngest person in the band.
She drank helium beer. That's why she's so small.
Yep. And you've seen us before, Pete. I put a little plug in for her as well. My wife Jill, she helps us out a tremendous amount.
Yes.
Absolutely.
She helps Alex with our Facebook page. She takes pictures of the band. She videotapes the band. She also plays the flute. She plays the cowbell. She plays the
Vibra slap.
And the radio.
And the radio. Yeah. I've seen her. I actually witnessed her listening to the radio.
You
So
know,
she's a great help for the band. The band loves her, and she's my sweetheart. And Jill, you rock.
I wondered if Jill was going to be on. In fact, I asked Gary that
She was
yesterday.
going
when
to
I
come
talked to him.
tonight. She was going to come tonight, but we had some issues with our dog and some health issues. But that's besides the point. But we love her, and the guys. You know, the thing I love about these guys is they're down to earth. I played, you know, Pete. I play with a lot of musicians.
Is that why you call me Dirt at the last gig?
Yes. But I mean, you play with a lot of musicians. There's druggies, there's alcoholics, there's self-centered guys, and I'm not putting down musicians in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you're putting down me, man.
But these guys are just down to earth.
Yeah.
And every time I have a phone call with Gary, Mike, Alex, tell Jill I said hi.
Yeah.
Tell Jill I love her. And I mean, that is important to us. You know,
Yeah.
we're a family.
Sure.
We're a family here.
Oh yeah.
And we are so close knit. We are tight. We can take each other's criticism when there's an issue with a song or a key selection or whatever.
Not all the time.
It is a true testament to that part of our name, the Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Because I tell you, we screw up on stage, we laugh about
We
it.
smile.
If we're practicing and there's a little mess up, we work on it until we get it, and we'll come back to it, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what? If there's a song that maybe we don't all agree on, maybe we put it on the back burner. But the biggest portion of our enthusiasm towards playing live music is just having fun.
Yeah.
Sure, you get paid a couple bucks, but you know when
You get paid?
yeah.
You guys know that? I don't.
Oh my gosh, you guys got to talk to my accountant.
Okay. I think I need a new manager.
I'm not allowed to swear, but what the crap?
But I don't know how many times we play gigs and we, at the end of the night, we're packed up and we're having beers with the bartenders or the owner of the bar or something. And, you know, part of our goal is to establish relationships with not only our fans, but with the venues that we work with.
Sure.
And that is a direct reflection of what you see right here. Is we get along so well, it transforms from our music out into the fans and then out into the bartenders. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience.
For sure. I agree with that 100%.
Having been one of those people that's on, you know, sitting at the table front watching you guys play and stuff like that, just enjoying a cocktail, you know, first of all, your song selections are great, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You know, that's just me, but, you know, it really comes through that way that you are literally having fun doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I love when Colin jumps off stage, grabs a microphone, goes around, starts singing to people, and just jumps up on a table and starts. You know,
Yeah, we're not talking about that. we're
No.
a different club, and
We had to get workers' compensation insurance after the last gig.
we're sitting outside the bar. I had the crowd in front of me singing with me, and I was like, I felt like Steve Tyler, and I jump off the bar and boom, landed on a concrete slab, and I'm good.
Ooh.
End of the night, I'm good. We tear down. I woke up the next day, man. I thought I broke my freaking heel. It was like, man, what did I do? My my daughters go, what are you doing, Dad? You can't do that anymore. You're not 21. I'm 21 up here.
Aren't we all? No, and I'll go back to what you said earlier about your wife, because I've only met her a couple of times, but Jill just seems like the sweetest, kindest person. And, you know, you can tell that there's, you know, a true concern for the band to make sure that everything goes well with the band.
Yes,
I've noticed that, you know.
We'll ask her, you know, we run our own sound, and we'll ask her, Jill, if there's anything you think we need out front, let us know, you know.
Yeah.
And she'll walk up to Alex and say, you got to bring your vocals up, or guitar's got to come down. So that's another part of the family that we have incorporated here. and it's just tight knit, man. I always say, this is my description of this band. You're on a bowling league. You go out, you bowl some games, you have some cocktails, you're hanging out with your buds. Dude, it doesn't get any better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with these guys.
Yep.
I hang out with these guys. We play music. We all, at my age, I'm not going to say how old I am. 35. No, I'm not gonna, how old I am. We're texting each other before a gig at my age, and I'm like, dude, I can't wait to play tonight. I mean, I'm excited about playing tonight.
And we text each other at the end, like, hey, make sure you text us when you get home.
Yeah.
You know?
Be safe.
Be 3 o'clock in the morning. I just got home.
It's a long way from home.
Oh.
You're not in Kansas
That's
anymore.
my first set.
No, Colin, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with you.
Hey. Don't mind us. Pete, you got any questions? We've been talking our asses off.
No, I was actually just going to say I can't believe that because I'm pretty sure that you and I are within a year or two apart of each other. Colin, I'm talking to, not Alex.
Peter, I've seen you at the Barrelhead. I've seen you at Uncle Sam's. I've seen you at D&D's. Dude, seriously.
Didn't you buy a car from him too?
I did, and I think we were doing shots at the bar at definitely at Uncle Sam's. Monday night, ladies' night. Are you ready for this? You ready for this, kids? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
10-cent beers, 25-cent drinks.
How about the splits? No splits?
Or ladies' night at the place on what was that place on Niagara Falls Boulevard? What was that place?
Ladies Town.
No, help me.
Was it he and she's?
No.
That was in Lockport.
Yes. Ladies' night, Wednesday night. I mean, back then in the old days, they were allowed to have ladies' night. Free.
I think back then though they didn't allow Gary to come within 15 feet of the
I just got my ankle bracelet off yesterday. Okay, don't make a big deal about it.
Okay, before we move on, I totally forgot to say, it's Gary's birthday today.
Hey!
Oh, Gary! Hey, man!
Hey. Happy birthday, Gary!
Happy birthday,
Gary! Oh boy! Now we're going to jail.
This reminds me of when I interviewed the Chris Squire
I
band.
love
It's
my
like,
sippy cup.
who the hell's running this thing anyway?
Elon Musk, AI.
There you go. But no, Colin, to what you said before, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, it's like, really, I'm still out there playing music at this age, and people are enjoying it, and it's, I don't know if it's because they like the songs that we play, because there's crap out there now, but
I mean, music back then was just amazing. Like I said, I remember I got my first break with my very first band at the Purple Moose Saloon. Dick Moss was the owner. Unfortunately, he passed away years ago. But my bass player was a electrician. He did the ceiling fans for him, and he let us come in there on a Tuesday. Played for the door, which back then you did. And I'm playing with if you looked at the list, the Gusto, you got Actor and Fat Brat and Bucks and all these big name bands.
Yeah.
There's a little dinky band playing on a Tuesday night, and we got 300 of our friends out there. Next thing you know, we got a regular gig. But that's the way it was back then.
Yeah.
I used to play in bands that played out 3 nights at the same bar, 3 nights. At Desiderios on William.
Yeah.
We played Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's the way it was back in the 80s, late 80s.
Yep.
Now, you're struggling. There's so many bands out there. You got the agents that have nothing against the agents, but you have agents that have exclusive clubs. It's very, very difficult for these bands to get out there and play. And local music is like, as far as I'm concerned, it's the heartbeat. I mean, you can do originals, but this isn't the type of area to do that. You want to go to Nashville, you want to go to New York City, you want to go to California and do originals. You're doing originals. I don't mean to put that down, but it's so if you're trying to make the big time, if you're doing originals and whatever, it's so difficult to make it in this business if you're trying to make it with doing originals.
I remember years ago when I was playing with a band called the Rhythm Rockers, we played gigs at bars, and they'd book us for Friday and Saturday night. So you set up all your equipment, you leave everything there, you just would take your guitars home, He'd be back on Saturday, and it was great. I mean, you don't have to call bar owners or anything.
Yep.
They would call you up.
Yep.
To play.
That's a sweet deal.
Changed now.
The nice thing about this band is we have Gary, myself, and Alex. Mike is pretty much just he's a great guitar player, but he's just not involved in it. We book ourselves, and we do a pretty darn good job. We don't like to play out a lot because of personal reasons, whether it's camping, boating, fishing. We just want to be with family like Alex, whatever.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it to 2 gigs a month.
Yep.
Now, summertime gets a little hot and heavy. Last July, we played 4 gigs. But I'm getting phone calls, text messages. Hey, we got a gig here. Hey, we got a gig here. Alex got a gig here. My wife goes, what do you need an agent for? we play out. We're already booked into next year.
Yeah.
We got gigs all the way into September. So
hang on, man. I gotta take.
Created a nice, name for itself, and people want us, and bars want us, and we're pretty excited about it. I mean,
private parties too.
Private parties, we do that as well.
Yeah.
But I have to take exception to what you just said, because what you said about Uncle Mike, I don't consider him to be a good lead guitar. I think he's a great lead guitar player.
Oh my God!
And again, when you see, if anybody's seen these guys' videos on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, ain't nothing like seeing him live, because Mike rips it the frig up, man. He is so freaking good.
I've always been really impressed with him.
Yes.
I played with some very, very good guitar players over the years, and when Mike's doing the slide, and I'm like, damn,
hell of a player. Mike's a hell of a player.
Mike is a hell of a player. Again, we miss him tremendously. He will be back. He's just taking a little leave of absence. It's more health reasons.
Yeah, and Mike, we hope you feel better, man.
Yeah,
we really do.
Once he gets that straightened out, he'll be back. We don't have a time frame on that as of right now, but we got a great fill-in. He's been helping us out a lot, and I had 2 rehearsals with the guy, nailed down 30 songs in 2 rehearsals.
Yep.
And next thing you know, we're playing out with the guy. Peter Kay is an established guitar player, award-winning guitar player.
What's the band he played in?
Well, he's played in a lot of bands. The last band he was in was called This Is It.
This Is It, yeah.
It was an acoustic rock band that he played in.
Okay.
A couple of good friends of mine, Mark Eckward and Jeff Ernie, great drummer, used to play with the Strangers. But unfortunately, things led to another, and they had to break up because of health issues and this and that. But Peter really stepped it up for us, and not Peter Kramer, but Peter. And he really helped us out. Like I said, we put him under the gun, but I knew he could do it. So he's really helping the Dakota Brothers out a lot.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
No, that's a pretty cool thing. And okay, Colin, I'm going to tell you something else, man, because I was thinking, I don't know why this came to mind, but when I sent you White Punks on Dope was mostly as a joke. All right, just because of the audacity in the video with Fee Waybill.
Got it.
I knew you would, man. But no, here's a song you guys could pull off: "California Man" by Cheap Trick.
Oh yes. I've been doing this for years, and I've done like Blondie. With a chick singer, but a guy doing it. I've been doing years and years and stuff. The main thing is the Dakota Brothers we're just having fun. And like you said, if you're not having fun, why are you even doing it?
Yeah, it ain't worth doing. And
I mean, you gotta take it with it. You gotta be professional. You gotta take it seriously.
Yeah.
Put up to it. I've been with musicians that there's a mistake on stage, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell was that?" Dude, it happens. It's live. It's when you go in a studio, how many takes does it take to get the song right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you are in a studio and you hit a wrong note, does somebody look at you and go, "Pete, what the hell was that?" No.
Yes, they do. Damn it, they do that.
Only me.
Only Gary. Gary only hits 2 wrong notes, but that's all right.
My point being is, you blow it off, you go back and do the track, and you're done.
Yeah.
But when you're live, you don't have that option.
Yeah.
So when you're up live and somebody hits the wrong note, we were down here rehearsal one night, and I lost the drum beat for half a second. And Alex just let me and just went. I go, yeah, I know. But then there's times where we're down here rehearsing, and we did a 3-point harmony.
No.
Our fill-in guitar player came down here, and this guy's smiling. He looks at me, just smiles. This guy over here looks at me and winks. I go,
wink.
We're good.
I'm
We're
a
good.
winker.
Yeah,
We're-
definitely.
Can you do it right now? He winked at me, not you, Pete.
Thank God. Anyway,
Wait,
I'm not even gonna.
No. Let's all wink at Pete. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That was for you, Pete.
The other thing I like about you guys, because okay, yeah, am I a little bit partial? Probably, but I wouldn't lie to you, right? I mean, if I thought you guys were just mediocre, I would say that, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. That's bullshit. You guys are really good. And the other thing that I'm really impressed with about the Dakota Brothers, and I'm, unfortunately Mike isn't in there, but you guys don't have any freaking egos. And that is, to me, that's a huge deal. Because just like you just said, Colin, about hitting the wrong note, somebody's going to go nuts and, hit the other guy in the back of the head with the guitar. You guys laugh it off. And I didn't even hear a wrong note, but I'm just saying it doesn't appear that there's anybody who is an egotistic person that,
Definitely not in this band.
I give you a lot of credit for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
This band is, like I said, I've worked with a lot of musicians over the years, and I can go on and on and on about that. But these guys are down to earth, good guys. Do we hang in his hot tub? No, he won't invite us. Do we go to Gary's and drink beers for a Bills game? No, he won't invite us. I'm just kidding.
He invites me.
We are just a tight knit group, and that we like that, and we hang out. Do we do shots at the bar when people buy them for us?
Yes.
We all get along very well.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys would agree, part of the experience of coming to a Dakota Brothers show is on our breaks, we'll walk table to table. Are you guys having a good time? Are you guys give them a koozie?
Yeah.
We want them to be part of the Dakota Brothers experience.
Experience, exactly.
Absolutely. And that's what we want folks to be a part of, is an experience.
Have fun.
Walk away with a koozie and have a conversation with them and not just simply hand them a koozie. But every time they use that koozie, like, oh, man, these guys were great. They came out to us. We had a great conversation. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Sometimes it opens up another avenue with, oh, yeah, I was a guitar player back then, and I played with this band. And it's, I've always said that Western New York is the world's largest living room. Everybody knows everybody.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of time before you meet someone and open up a new pathway. And, just that attitudes alone. There's this guy, Doc. He comes to see us almost every gig.
Oh, yeah.
And this last gig, he had this bottle of moonshine. And before every gig, we always have a kind of a celebratory shot. But this Doc, he already had shots ready to go. And let me tell you, they had a little bit of a bite, right?
No.
They had a little bit of a bite.
A lot of bite.
Yep.
What Alex just brought up too is when you communicate with the audience out there, all of a sudden somebody goes, "Hey, can you guys play a private party for me?
Sure.
You guys have a business card? Hey, I own a bar. It holds 3,000 people. Can you guys play at my gig?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kidding around. But I mean, it turns into the whole us experience. We're talking to people.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot of fun.
You have to mingle with the crowd.
This guy.
On break.
Oh my God.
What?
This guy.
He's
Wait
a chick
till we play
magnet.
Ellicottville. This guy, when we tell all the girls from Canada that it's his birthday, he'll be walking away with $50 bills from Canada, but it really only amounts to about $5.
Phone numbers.
Phone numbers.
Lipstick kisses on both
Yep.
cheeks.
Well, then you're over.
Last time we played there, we told everybody it was Gary's birthday. So we're on break, and we're all hanging out, the band, the wives, whatever. Where's Gary?
He was like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber, giving out the vibes.
Gary's up at the bar with about 5 21-year-olds, and they're all doing shots for his birthday. We're like, what the
They were
heck?
ripping him. They were ripping him.
What can I say?
I had to drive him home. Oh, wait, no, I do that every time.
We're going to Ellicottville.
But anyways, Pete,
Hang on.
Wait.
There we go.
Pete, that's your first live performance on this show.
Well, no, it's not, but all right. But that's all right. Alex, did I mention that you got some dust on that 12 string over there?
Oh, you know what? It's not dust. It's not dust, all right?
Is Gary's
Oh, my
dandruff?
God.
I'm sorry?
Is it Gary's dandruff? I can't tell.
Yeah. He laughs so hard it shakes right off his head.
No, Gary. With all due respect, Gary takes a lot of shit from a lot of people. But he enjoys taking the jokes because he throws them right back.
That's what we love about it.
Yeah.
That's what we love. And that's why some people go, "Oh man, you guys are being a bunch of pain in the butts because you're always picking on him." But
I don't care.
he don't care. Another thing that we were talking about a little while ago is people like you were mentioning this a little while ago, our range of music.
Yep.
We were doing a show, it might have been at the Diamond Hawk, and we did Joker.
Yeah.
And I had this couple walk up to me and go, "My God, I have never, in all the years I've gone out and seen a band, do that song." That was cool. And that's the thing that we see a lot in this band. We're a very versatile band with the type of music we play. Classic rock, southern rock, country. We'll do polkas and Rylanders if you want, man. You just, for $100, we'll go polka in a minute, man. But I consider us one of Western New York's most, I shouldn't say this because there'll be some other bands that might get mad at us, but we're a very versatile band.
Yeah.
Like what these guys were saying, like that I could pick on a lot. My motto is, if you can't laugh at yourself, make fun of others.
Of course. And Gary,
You know?
I'm sure you have 2 words for them as well. I know what those 2 words. There you go. There you go. I knew what the words were, man.
Oh, I thought
Pete,
it was
I'd be
dad joke.
remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to really highlight how important Gary is, not only to my life, but to our band and to so many other musicians' development over the course of the years. Whether he was with the Stevie B and the Brother Rockers or with the True Blues Band.
Yep.
Gary is the consummate team player. When he was with the band playing guitar and the the bass player wasn't showing up and they asked him, "Hey, could you play bass?" He did. And that was the start of his future.
Yep.
And not only to mention how great he is of a musician for live music and being in a band, but what a friend he is to so many people. So
No, I agree. And Gary and I, we've
Great
written
guy.
a lot of songs together as well. And we're,
A tear just came into my eye.
Hey, let me catch it. That might be worth something one day.
just bring your Tupperware dish, Gary.
Oh! Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
We go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just bring your Tupperware disc in there, Gary.
Oh.
Pete, see what I mean? These guys are nuts.
Pete, stop doing the one-liners. I got to walk too far from the freaking drum set.
Yeah, it's like I said at the beginning of the show. I knew that this is how the thing was going to go because we've known each other for so long, and we know the inside jokes and stuff like that. And I'm glad that we're putting this into a situation where people can see you instead of just seeing you on stage, because in addition to being really good musicians, you guys are a lot of friggin' fun. And that is cool. And the only time I've had this before on, for the 4 seasons we've been doing this again, was with the Chris Squire band, because those guys are friggin' nuts.
Yes.
And they're a riot, but really good musicians.
They're a
And
blast. It would be great to get us together with those guys.
it's been a long time. Remember, we played a couple of shows, Alex, with Chris
Yep.
solo, not the band, but yeah.
I remember doing that interview with you, though. It was just a blast. I was by myself down here, laughing my butt off. Just how much fun we had with that interview.
Again, I've met so many cool people from doing this, and to what Colin said earlier as well. I mean, there is so much raw talent in Western New York,
Unbelievable.
and I don't know what it was like back in like the 50s or 60s, because I wasn't alive, but it was just
Gary was. He was.
Gary
He was changing Keith Richards' diapers back then.
Not all the time. Sometimes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was alive for a bit of that, but my point is that I don't know if there was that many people that were out there playing, and we all have been influenced by the Beatles, the British Invasion, all the things that influenced everybody over the years. But it's hard to quantify that, whether people had the talent and weren't interested back then. Maybe they wanted to be bankers. Maybe they wanted to be, CPAs or work in the factory. Who knows? But there's such a plethora of really good raw talent. I'm glad to call you guys friends, and I'm glad that you're a part of that because you are so good at what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. Thank you, first of all. But I'll go back to what I started the show with because again. The Noblemen were a great band. They were a great band. And I just, I loved everybody that was in that band, but it's splintered off into those two things. And Alex, I'll let you talk about this because I know you had to take care of Harley and you didn't really have too much camera time, but it's gone to where the Dakota Brothers have really taken off. Nashville North has really taken off. And, Marty is a friend and, so is Carson. Carson will be on.
Oh my gosh.
He's another one. He's going to be on someplace in November.
He's being on with Applejack, right?
With Applejack Band, yeah. I just forget the date. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
Great band.
Yeah. I tell you what. Sometimes you don't know what you have until the dust settles and you see where the fractures have gone to. And I say that in the most positive way possible.
Oh, I know you do.
Because the Noblemen started off as just the startup band from an acoustic duo, really.
Yes.
And along the lines, there was these, how about we get this guy? How about we get this guy? And then for a period of almost 5 years, it was this amazing experience of building and friendship building and problem solving and really getting over some incredible humps, right? Whether it be, I had to leave the band for a while or we had other members that left. It was for everyone. It was an opportunity for us to learn what does it take to be in the band. So once we kind of called it with the Noblemen, and what kind of sparked that was that we were doing a competition with WYRK for the Taste of Country. And we came in third place, which was an awesome experience. But from that, you think of bittersweet kind of outcome with that is you get exposure. Carson, our drummer, got exposure. Marty, myself, and I don't want to not mention Kevin McCula, who really kind of kickstarted that exposure with WYRK. But after that, it was Carson. We need a drummer for this. Marty, we need a lead singer for this. So it really got to a point was, you know what? The Noblemen had a wonderful run. It's time to kind of put it on the shelf. And when you put things on a shelf, you never put it away. And when you're ready, you dust it off, you bring it back out. But Marty's got Nashville North. Carson's got 5D. He's got Applejack. He's playing acoustic stuff. We've got our stuff as well. And then I can't forget Terry McGovern, lead guitar player of the Noblemen. He's filling in for a lot of bands out there and just a wonderful guy. He lives out in Derby, so we have to send her an extra long little sling out for him and ring him back in here like, hey, Terry!
Nice.
But we love all those guys. And the fact that we all are where we are right now is a true testament, again, to the relationships we have in Western New York. And you think about networking. And when you're at a bar and you're talking, I play guitar. Who do you play with? I play with this band. You never know what that can turn into. So you never burn bridges. You create relationships.
Yep, absolutely. And that's in life, right? I mean, it's just what you do in life. That's great.
One of the neatest things that I found out with this band, and this happens quite often, it'll be somewhere in the middle of the night, somewhere tearing down, somewhere in the, on our first break. Alex walks up to me, he goes, I love this band. And that right there, I love this band. He loves what he's doing. I know you love what you were doing.
Yep.
You're just loving you should wake up every morning. I mean,
And you get a ride to the gig.
And back home.
but my point being is, every time Alex walks up to me, that's right there. That's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been through different musicians and different bands and this and that. And I actually played with the Noblemen for a while to help them out when Carson could. I got Nobleman T-shirts.
Yeah.
Trust me, I played some crazy gigs with the Noblemen. But my
Hey,
point
Cal,
being,
you got to learn 10 country songs in 4
By
days.
the way, they said we were doing country. Wait a minute, I thought we were doing classic rock. Colin, you got to learn 14 country songs in 1 week.
And
No
he
problem.
did. And he did.
And he did.
But my point being is, every time, and Alex does this on a numerous occasion, he walks to me and goes, man, I love this band. Right there. That says it all. That says it all. There's only one other thing other than that, and we'll probably end the night with that, but that says it all when Alex tells me that. And again, it could be he's wolfing down chicken wings. You know, by the way,
Just as long as people don't eat them on me, right?
I need blue cheese. I need more blue cheese, but I love this band.
I love this band.
Well, with that being said, I'll say the same thing. I love this band too because you guys are great, and you're playing at what? This week is
We're playing at Marvin's Bar and Grill this Saturday, 7:30. It's our Halloween gig.
Clarence Center.
We're gonna be dressing as country redneck boys.
We're gonna play. We're gonna play the Noblemen.
Yeah.
We're going country. We're going country.
So Marty, Carson, you guys listen and come on down.
You'll fit right in.
You'll fit right in. I know Terry will with his Willie Cobain.
Well, there you go. Well, anyway, look, this has been really cool, guys. I wish we had a lot more time to do this because, obviously, like I said a few times, I know you guys, you're good friends of mine and stuff like that. I wish we could do this longer, but on behalf of Uncle Mike, wish you were here, man. Alex, Colin, Gary, and you can't leave Jill out. And, you guys were great. You'll be at, again, the place.
Marvin's Bar and Grill.
Clarence Center.
Yep.
7:30 start. I think Gary's buying the first round is free.
Yep.
No, he told me he was buying for the whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm buying
Okay.
water.
Well, yeah, he's buying water.
How much time do we have left, Pete?
I'm done.
Well, we just wanted to say one last thing.
Please do.
This
I
is
was
how
I
we
was
end
kidding.
Every gig, right? 1, 2, 3. End of night.
Just like the Stones, man. You guys are great. You guys are great. I'll be at the American Legion Post in West Seneca on Saturday night. I'm sorry I won't be able to be there with you guys, but have an awesome gig and happy Halloween. And Gary,
Happy birthday.
be careful. No, be careful with the costume that you pick out because
I'll see you tomorrow, Pete.
Sounds good. Hey, next week I got Carl Sky on. I know this is normally a local show, but Carl is a friend of mine from Wisconsin. Great singer-songwriter, and we'll have some things from him and his daughter. Really sing so well together, and as always, support local music. And thanks for coming to 3 Chords and the Truth. Thank you to the Dakota Brothers. Good night, guys.